Yo, what up? This a new episode right here. This will be volume 16 of my rap album update. You know what I'm saying? Y'all guys must know the deal. Y'all guys know I'm gonna be reviewing classic hip hop albums non-stop. You know what I mean? The album we're gonna talk about for the day would have to be this album right here. Ghostface Killah's second album, Supreme Clientele, released in 2000. Y'all guys should must know the deal about this album right here. Like I said, this is Ghostface's second album, Supreme Clientele, released in 2000. This was released 4 years after his first debut album, Iron Man, which came out back in 1996, which I do have in my collection. It's a hip hop classic, one of my favorite Wu-Tang solo albums of all time. So this is his second album, released in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, before I get into the whole background and stuff like that, let me start off with the singles. All right, the singles as known for Shay Shella Ghost, Apollo Kids, and Mighty Healthy. Three singles, all three of them have videos for it, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the story of this album right here, Supreme Clientele. You know what I mean? So y'all guys know that y'all guys know that Ghostface Killah, he's a member of the legendary Wu-Tang Clan, one of my favorite hip hop groups of all time. They put out, Into the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers back in 1993, which is a hip hop classic. They put out Wu-Tang Forever back in 1997. It's another dope album from them. The W back in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Iron Flag and all the other stuff. So right after around the time Wu Tang was pretty much around like after Into the Wu Tang 36 Chambers. Wu Tang, they were like one of the biggest hip hop groups out. You know what I'm saying? Like they was about to release some solo albums. Method Man came out with Tikal back in 1994. Old Dirty Bastard came out with Return of the 36 Chambers. Raekwon came out with Only Built for Cuban Links. And Jizza came out with Liquor Stores back in 95. All three of them. So in 96, you know what I'm saying, after, Ghostface, did, a lot of appearances on Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links, people were anticipating for a Ghostface solo album, you know what I'm saying? So in 1996, Ghostface came out with Iron Man. That's a classic album right there, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do have in my collection. I will be doing reviewing that sometime. I don't know when, but it's coming, you know what I'm saying? That I was known for songs like Motherless Child, Daytona 500, All That God's You, Wildflower, Poisonous Darts, you know what I'm saying? Assassination Day. I mean, fucking dope ass songs right there. It's one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. And that was like the last Wu Tang solo album to be released before Wu Tang Forever come out. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, Wu Tang Forever came out around like 1997. You know what I'm saying? It's actually the Wu's best selling album to date. You know what I'm saying? And that just considered made people call Wu Tang one of the greatest hip hop groups of that era. You know what I'm saying? So right after Wu Tang Forever came out, you know what I'm saying? Around 98 through 99, you know what I'm saying? The Wu Tang, camp was still going strong. You had some affiliates, coming out with albums and stuff like that. With Capadonna, with The Pillage, Killer Priest with Heavy Mental, Sons of Man, Shaheem, Wu Syndicate, Killer Army, you know what I'm saying? RZA was with his first album, Method Man with the Cal 2000 Judgment Day. So, and Inspector Deck with Uncontrolled Substance and Raekwon's with Mobility. I mean, like, but at the same time, the Wu's name kind of got, was about to be faded, off the, scene because you understand, right? Around the late 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was all about, Rough Riders, No Limit, Rockefeller, Cash Money, and Def Jam. They was pretty much killing shit on the airwaves, you know what I'm saying? And people, the Wu being was kind of being forgotten in a way. But what I'm saying, some albums that was released from the Wu discography, some were great, some weren't. You know what I mean? And a lot of people kind of like saying that, oh, the Wu, fell off and stuff like that. And you know, what kept, saving, in order to keep the Wu's name alive, you know what I'm saying? Ghostface was pretty much the one who stepped up into the scene, and he's working on this album. This album was supposed to come out back in 1999, but it was a few setbacks. Reason being, because around this time, when Ghostface was releasing this album, um, Ghostface, you know, um, I think he was recording this album in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know, I forgot. It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? And but also Ghostface, he had to do a bit in jail because it was at a concert one time, and Mace was there, and Mace was pretty much talking shit about Wu-Tang, and Ghostface wasn't having it. So he met up with Mace, and he just punched Mace in his jaw and stuff like that. And a lot of people saying that that's what considered Mace to retire, from hip hop and stuff like that. A Ghostface actually, explained that on this album right here. You know what I mean? And you know, this album's supposed to come out, I think, back in the spring or in the late fall of '99. The anticipation with this album was getting crazy around this point. You know what I'm saying? Because the Wu at the time it was releasing, like a lot of people had like mixed feelings towards some of the Wu discography, post 36 Chambers. You know what I'm saying? So in 2000, this album came out, Supreme Clientele. You know what I'm saying? This is the album that saved the Wu-Tang. I don't care what nobody says. You know what I'm saying? Like, this the album that just kept the Wu's legacy alive. This album, it was critically acclaimed when it first came out. A lot of people call it album of the year. Most people said this is actually Ghostface's best album to date. I agree, you know what I'm saying? Because this album got some fucking gems, you know what I'm saying? In fact, this was actually my introduction to Ghostface Killah, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was like 2 years old, I read an issue of Vibe magazine. It was doing like a little article on, top 10 rap albums, you know what I'm saying? And this album was actually ranked number 10. I remember seeing this album cover. That just really caught my eye. I was like, yo, shit, who is Ghostface Killah? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. This is Supreme Clientele, released in 2000. You know what I mean? This album cover looks like iconic album cover. Definitely one of my favorite album covers in hip hop history. See Ghostface spitting on the mic. It's like the Supreme Clientele logo. Very dope. Back. It's like the microphone. See like the track listing. Actual CD. I like this CD right here. It's like the gray coloring, stuff like that. Back. Jewel case. It's like the little lights and stuff like that. Album cover. Back. It's like the track listing. Track listing. See right here. It's like a very dope picture of Ghostface right here. Very dope. Track listing. Production credits, shout outs, thank yous and shit. It's like a very dope pic of Ghostface right here. Love this picture right here. You know what I mean? Alright. Okay. The producers on this album are Black Mozart, the Blacksmiths, RZA himself, Carl's Best, Carl Six Brody, very dope producer, Chew the Specialist, Haas G from the UMCs, Inspector Deck, Juju from the Beat Nuts, and Mathematics. Alright. The guest appearances on this album are RZA, Lord Superb, Raekwon, Method Man and Redman, Capadonna, Chip Banks from American Cream Team, rest in peace. Solomon Childs, U God, Jizza, and Master Killah. Yeah, those three guest appearances on this album. Alright. Okay. Let's start off the tracks. Alright. Track number 1, intro. Very dope intro right there. You know, just setting the tone off the album. Just talking about Tony Stark's Iron Man, you know, Ghostface Killah, stuff like that. Kind of like in an old superhero cartoon, in the old Iron Man cartoon, like back in the 60s and stuff like that. Very dope. It comes to track number 2, Nutmeg. One of my favorite songs of this album that features RZA. Great way to start the album. Definitely love the beat. You know, Ghostface fucking, you know, kill shit. His delivery, his flow on his joint right there is top notch. RZA did his thing, you know what I'm saying? RZA in his prime, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, this joint right here goes in. Track number 3, 1. That was produced by Juju of the Beatnuts. Another dope joint right there is the classic, you know what I mean? You know, Ghostface spitting nothing but that pure heat on his joint right here. You know what I mean? Definitely love the beat for that joint. That joint goes in. Track number 4, Saturday Night. That's a very dope song right there. You know what I'm saying? Ghostface talking about this is one night he was chilling with his homies and stuff like that, and you know he got pulled over by the cops and such, and he ended up being on the news, MTV and BET, and on the radio, etc. Like, it was one wild, crazy night for him. You know what I'm saying? Track number 5, Ghost Dini. Another dope banger right there. You know what I'm saying? Track number 6, Apollo Kids. That was a single. There is a video for that features Raekwon. Very dope video. You see Ghostface with the fur jacket, with him in a wrestling belt. You know, some of the kids like in a warehouse and stuff like that. Classic song right there. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. Right time Ghostface and Raekwon make a track together, man. You know what you're gonna get yourself into. Like, them two, they got ill chemistry with each other. You know what I'm saying? Track number 7, The Grain. One of my favorite tracks on this album. You know what I'm saying? That features RZA. That song right there, it kind of reminds me of something that you would have heard on like a late 80s Marley Marl, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G rap type style of track. You know what I'm saying? And I remember hearing this beat on Def Jam Vendetta, because I used to have the video game. All my real hip hop heads must know about Def Jam Vendetta. It's a classic video game right there. You know what I'm saying? That beat, like, dun 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 dun, like, love that beat. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, Ghostface, he stole the show on that track. Track number 8, Buck 50, featuring Method Man, Redman, and Capadonna. Very dope posse cut. They all wreck shock on that joint right there. You know what I'm saying? Capadonna, he comes correct. In my opinion, he's a very underrated MC. His first album, The Pillage, which came out back in 1998. I actually did a review on that album like 3 months ago. Classic. You know what I'm saying? They all did this beat justice, man. Like, especially Redman and Meth. This around time when Meth and Red just got fresh off Blackout. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite hip hop albums. Their best album, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I did a review on that last year. So make sure y'all peep that joint. Track number 9, Mighty Healthy. That was actually a single. There is a video for that. One of the best songs of this album, in my opinion. Like, Ghostface fucking killed that joint right there. You know what I'm saying? Very dope video. See Ghostface in the club, you know what I'm saying, on stage, rocking the mic. See the crew, you see him with a Skittles jacket on, chilling on the block with the, yo, you don't see music videos like that nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like, that joint right there is so ill. You know what I mean? Definitely love the beat for that joint right there. Track number 10, Stay True. That's another dope joint. That used the same beat as Inspector Deck's Elevation off his first album, Uncontrolled Substance, which came out back in 1999. Underrated album right there. That's kind of like a little short track in a way. You know what I'm saying? Track number 11. Oh, excuse me, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, it was track number 12. Oh, I skipped one. Track number 10. Woodrow the Basshead. That's actually a skit. It's very funny. Yeah, here the crew and them just hanging out with some basshead named Woodrow out there talking shit. You know what I mean? Very funny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I skipped that. My bad, folks. Yeah, track number 12, We Made It, featuring Lord Superb, Chip Banks, and Hellraiser. That was produced by Carlos Brody. Very dope song. They actually like that track a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just a braggadocio track. You know what I'm saying? None to it. Track number 13, Stroke of Death, featuring Solomon Childs and RZA. That was another dope track right there. Nice beat by RZA. You know what I'm saying? They all did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Track number 14, Iron Steam, Intermission. That's like a little interlude. You know what I'm saying? Track number 15, Malcolm. Another one of the standout tracks off the album. That was a very deep song. One of Ghostface's best songs, in my opinion. On that song, Malcolm, he actually was talking about the day when he met up with Mace at a concert. When Mace was on stage, dissing the Woo pretty much, and Ghostface, he was not fucking with it. So Ghostface ran up on Mace and just pretty much broke Mace's jaw and shit like that. And you know how the story goes, you know what I'm saying? And like I said earlier on this review, some people say that incident is what caused Mace to leave hip hop and become a pastor and stuff like that. You should know the deal with Mace. You know what I'm saying? He goes back and forth, whether it's rapping or you know what I mean. That's a very dope song right there, Malcolm. That's a classic. Track number 16. Who Would You Fuck? That's another dope. That was like a skit, very funny. The niggas around the block, was talking about which celebrity R&B chick would you fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, would you have sex with and shit like that? We all have those conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was very funny. You know what I'm saying? Track number 17, Child's Play. Another one of my favorite songs of this album. You know what I mean? One of my top favorite beats from RZA. Ghostface bodied that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, ill. Track number 18, Trash It Like Ghost, featuring You God. That was a single. There's a video for that. That was a big song back in 2000. It just went crazy over the streets. You know what I'm saying? It used the same sample as Boogie Down Productions' Jack of Spades off the Ghetto Music Blueprint of Hip Hop, which came out back in 1989. This song right here, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard this song, I did not really like it. I don't know, because you know what I'm saying, like, as much as I'm a Wu fan, I was kind of like, expecting like the greatness like of the 36 Chamber style, you know what I'm saying, but it was like more of like a club banger in a way. But over the years, it grew on me and I actually appreciate the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you play that song in the club or a party, yo, motherfuckers would go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how hot the song was. You know what I mean? And the dope verse by You God, dope video. You see him at a pool party and shit like that. Very dope. Um, Track number 19, Wu Banger 101, featuring Jizza, Raekwon, Capadonna, and Master Killah. One of my favorite tracks on the album. Another dope posse cut. They all fucking did a thing. Jizza killed it. Capadonna, Ghostface, Raekwon, Master Killah, they all killing it. Hot beat by Mathematics. You know what I'm saying? Track number 20, Clyde Smith. That was a skit. That skit actually caused a lot of controversy because, like, that was actually Raekwon in a deep, tone of voice. On that track right there, Raekwon was actually going at 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, back in 1999, 50 Cent came out with that song How to Rob, was you kind of like, going at, some of the, the hottest, the biggest, artists in the music industry around the time. Like, 50 was talking about how if he doesn't get signed, if he did get put on, if you won't eat, he's gonna rob motherfuckers. You know, he's name dropping, Big Pun, Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, DMX, Corrupt, Mace, Bobby Brown, Keith Sweat. I mean, like, he was name dropping everybody, you know what I'm saying? And that song got, 50 Cent, controversy. This is before, 50 Cent was with, signed with Eminem, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was with, Jam Master Jay, the track masters and shit like that, Poke, Tone and Poke. And, 50 Cent, on that joint right there, Clyde Smith, Raekwon was just, getting that 50 Cent, them, just, like, chill out, so, like, you don't diss the Wu like that, you know what I mean? But I think last year they actually, squashed it, thank God. But I love 50 Cent, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, and the last track number 21, Iron Steam, Conclusion, that was the outro, you know what I'm saying? Okay, by far, one of Ghostface's best albums to date. It's a classic album, one of my favorite Wu-Tang solo albums of all time. I mean, like, this is one of the best hip-hop albums of 2000. The album that, saved the Wu-Tang from falling, this has kept the Wu's legacy alive. I mean, like, I love how creative this album is, from the storytelling to the lyricism to the delivery, to production, its cadence. I mean, everything about this album is so damn special. I'm so glad to own this because Ghostface is actually one of my favorite MCs of all time. One of my favorite MCs of the Wu. Like, one of my favorite MCs in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of my favorite hip hop albums ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I know he's on the works of Supreme Clientele too. We'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, did he carry the torch with this album right here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, yeah, definitely enjoy this album a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you're a fucking fan of Wu-Tang, fan of Ghostface Killah, early 2000s hip hop, a fan of dope storytelling, this is the album for you. This is Ghostface Killah, Supreme Clientele, released in 2000. Must cop, definitely a classic. That was Volume 16 of my rap album update. Hope you enjoyed. Salute.